Okay, what are your top books, Josh? Your favorite books?
Think and Grow Rich, but I disagree with a lot of the premise of it.
Okay, and that's by Napoleon Hill, right?
Napoleon Hill, and there's all kinds of people that can't stand Napoleon Hill because he died poor, so so he had a lot of really good teaching that he actually ended up failing to use properly. 80-20 rule is another one. 0 to 1 is another one. It's just a late done book by Peter Thiel. It's probably one of the better books made. The One Thing is really good. Oh, another one. Robert Cialdini did one called Persuasion, and it's about sales, how to sell. I want to find another one.
So Never Split the Difference ranks up there.
Oh, Never Split the Difference is probably the best negotiation book there is, and that's saying a lot because Robert Cialdini wrote Influence. It's an older version, and then the latest one Robert Cialdini did, which was last year, came back out with Cialdini was Persuasion, and it talks about how to sell properly you need to convince people before you even try to sell them. So the whole book is about persuading people through persuasion. The main negotiation book that has been out for years and years and years, came out in the 80s, I believe, 70s or 80s, is by Roger Dawson called Power of Negotiation for Sales, and Power of Negotiation, and then there's one that's Power of Negotiation for Salespeople. So all 4 of Gary Vee's books, Crush It, Ask Gary
Right
Vee.
Hook.
There's a Thank You Economy, which is probably if you're going to read anything of Gary Vee's, you should read the Thank You Economy first, because that's the 49-51 explanation. Always give 51%. Always give more.
Jab, 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 right hook.
Jab, 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 right hook. Yeah. 10X Rule by Grant Cardone was one I read last year. Was awesome.
What did you
Sell or Be
listed like a
Sold.
dozen books?
What's that?
What was the other one you were saying?
Sell or Be Sold by Grant Cardone is pretty good. Another one that is entertaining and like, if you're looking for detail, it's called Extreme Ownership, and it's by 2 Navy SEALs. Basically they use all these war stories and they bring them right into business. They're 2 of the most. That's probably one of the better books I read last year. One of the top books I read last year. Old books, old ones that everybody should go through. Communicate What You Think by Earl Nightingale. Lead the Field by Earl Nightingale. The Stranger's Secret by Earl Nightingale. The Power of Zero is actually a newer one. Jack Daly is another one. He teaches sales and personal growth. Animal Farm is more. There's a bunch of political philosophy type books. Like 1984 is a huge one. Like I'm gonna have my kids read 1984 and Animal Farm as early as possible because they set the ground rules. Yeah, I would say the top ones would be 80-20 by Perry Marshall. It shows you like the leverage that you can get by paying attention. The Power of Zero is really good. Lead the Field is really good. Most of the books are going to be linked to decision making and negotiation or persuasion, because that's the difference between the people that do the most in this world. Those are the 3 main things. The 12-week year is another one that's really good. That's about how to schedule your life and your business in a way that leverages time. So Think and Grow Rich, Never Split the Difference.
80-20 rule.
80-20 rule. And there's a lot of books I read by, like if you're in sales or in business, Dan Kennedy has a whole bunch of books. There's a genre called No BS, which means they're basically how-to books on how to do different things. No BS selling, No BS. And then he wrote 2 different books on, one's on sales and the other one's on copywriting. that are probably the best books on copywriting and sales that I've ever read. But yeah, 80-20 rule. Another one would be The Ultimate Sales Machine, but that's another sales book. That's really detailed. But I would say 80-20 rule. Think and Grow Rich. Lead the Field by Earl Nightingale. I've been through that probably 30 times. If you're going to do any of Gary V's, it would be, which one did I say? Thank You Economy.
Yep.
Man, this book might be one of the best books I've ever read. That's so sad.
The Thank You Economy or the
No,
Negotiate one?
This never split the difference.
Yeah.
It's got so much detail in it.